Hello, welcome fellow traders. AMP Futures here presenting another how-to video. In today's video, we are very excited to finally announce that TradingView Mobile application is readily available to use with AMP Futures brokerage service to trade exchange-traded futures. This is something that's been in demand among our customer base and potential customers for a very long time. And as of today, we're very excited to say that it's readily available for you to use. And in today's how-to video, we're going to show you how to download the app, install it on your phone, and connect to it, and show you some basic how-tos using the TradingView mobile app. The first thing you're going to want to do is open up your app store, whether you're using an iOS or an Android device. There's typically an app store icon within your phone. You're going to want to open up the app store, and the first thing you're going to want to do is search for TradingView. Once you search for it, it's going to find the app. Normally, it'll be that icon there where you see it says TradingView, Trade All Markets. I already have the application installed on my phone, so it's asking me to open it. But for first-time users that are installing the app for the first time, you want to click on it, and normally you'll see a little install or download button. Make sure you click it. It'll download it within a few seconds, and once it's done, it'll place a TradingView icon right on your mobile app, or mobile phone that is, as you can see there. Now, before we get started, of course, before you can connect AMP Futures to your TradingView account, you first need to make sure you have a TradingView account. My assumption is that anybody that's watching this video probably already has a TradingView account. They just simply want to know how to use it on their mobile app. But if for any reason you don't have a TradingView account, you need to go to tradingview.com and create one. That's the only way you're going to be able to access the TradingView application. And then also, if you're trying to connect your AMP Futures live trading account to the TradingView app, you need to make sure also that you have a live set of CQG credentials that we will assign for you once you have a minimum funded balance with AMP Futures at $100 and you request for us to create those CQG credentials for you. CQG is the order routing service, also a data provider that's used for integration with TradingView, and it is required for you to have those credentials in order for you to connect to TradingView. Now, the TradingView mobile application is compatible with both live connections for real trading as well as a 28-day trial demo that you can request from our website at www.ampfutures.com. You'll see right on the homepage, there's a list of different trading platforms. TradingView is one of them. If you click on it, it'll just ask for some basic information such as your first name, your last name, and your email address. And when you submit that request, you'll receive a username and password for a 28-day trial demo so you can actually paper trade on your TradingView mobile app. So in the example that we're going to show today, I'm actually going to show you how to log into your live account, but I'm going to log into a demo account so we can actually show you how to play some simple trades and how to navigate through the app. So again, once the application is installed and once you have those things in place that I just mentioned, now you're ready to go into TradingView mobile app and connect. So we're going to open up the mobile app, and this is the first thing that you're going to see. This is basically the interface of what TradingView looks like. We'll get into the nuts and bolts of how to use or how to navigate through the interface once we actually connect. The first thing I want to show you first is there's a two-step process to log into TradingView. The first thing is you need to log into your TradingView account. As I mentioned just a moment ago, you need to make sure you have a TradingView account in order for this to work. If you don't have one, go to tradingview.com and make sure you create a TradingView account from their website. To log into your TradingView account, on the bottom right corner where it shows menu, you're going to click that menu option, and you'll see right underneath where it says sign in. Right underneath where it says start free trial, you'll see the sign in button right above news. So I'm going to use my email and username, and now I'm going to go ahead and log in. Okay, now that you successfully logged into your TradingView account, now the next step is linking your AMP Futures brokerage account to the TradingView account. So what you got to do first is you want to click on the bottom there. You'll see multiple options. You'll see watch list, chart, explore, ideas, and menu. So we're going to go ahead and click the chart option in between watch list and explore. This will open up a chart, and notice on the bottom right corner, right above menu, there's a button with 3 dots on it. So we're going to click that button with 3 dots, and now you'll see the option Connect Broker. You want to select Connect Broker, and now you'll see all the compatible brokers that work with TradingView mobile app, and there's AMP listed. You're going to click AMP, and now this is where you have the ability to choose what you're trying to connect to. So if you're trying to connect to a live account, you want to make sure you select the live server. I just did that now. You can see it's kind of like a gray highlight. If I go back to demo, you can see now it says demo. So again, if you're trying to connect to a live connection for live trading with real money, you want to make sure you select the live server. You can kind of see there's kind of a gray highlight, and then you're going to hit connect. Let me just go ahead and show you how to log into my demo because I have a demo account. But again, the process is exactly the same, whether you're connecting to a live or demo. The only difference is you're connecting to the live server if you're selecting live, and you're connecting to the demo server if you're connecting to demo, and then you're going to hit the connect button. This screen will populate. This is what we call the CQG authentication page. Again, as I mentioned earlier, CQG is the order routing technology that's integrated with TradingView. This is essentially the technology that's used to route your orders to the exchanges when you're using TradingView with A&P futures. Now you're going to enter either your live credentials or your demo credentials, depending on what server you connected. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Once you have your credentials entered in, and then you're going to hit sign in. And now you have successfully connected your A&P futures trading account to the TradingView mobile app, whether you're connecting to a live account or a demo account. Now that you successfully linked your A&P futures brokerage account with the TradingView mobile app, let's give you a quick general overview of what you're going to see when you log into the app for the very first time. Right off the bat, it's going to open up a chart, as you can see here. And one thing that I want to point out, the first thing you're probably going to want to do is make sure that you're successfully connected. And how you do this, if you notice at the very top of the chart to the right of the buy and sell buttons, there's an AMP logo. If you click that little AMP logo, this is going to bring you into the account summary section from within your TradingView mobile app. So from here, you're going to be able to see what server you're connected to. You can see I'm connected to a demo account. It says AMP demo. Right below it's my demo account number, and you can see my purchasing power, which is basically the account balance. Now, of course, if you're connected to a live account with real money, it would say AMP live, and then right below it, it would actually show your live AMP account number, and then it will show your balance as well under purchasing power. So as long as that information looks correct, that means that you successfully connected your AMP futures brokerage account to the TradingView mobile app. Also from here, you're going to be able to see different pieces of information in relations to trading. For example, your live positions from the positions tab, as you can see there, the first tab, the orders tab, your history of orders, your account summary, and also your notifications log. Again, to get into this account summary section, at the top of your chart, you'll see the AMP logo. It's the blue button with the man holding his hands up. And then it'll take you right into this area where you'll be able to access all these different menu options. Now, while we're here, one last thing I want to touch on, you'll notice where it says AMP demo to the right of it, there's a little black arrow that's pointing down. If you click that little black arrow, this brings up an additional menu option. So from here, for example, if you want to get into trading settings, you can see that you can make any modifications. For example, if you want to turn on order confirmations or turn them off, if you want to get confirmations of orders being filled, things of that nature. So you can just go down that list, make any changes accordingly, and just click OK. Again, if you go back where it says AMP demo, if you're connected to a demo account, or say AMP live, if you're connected to a live account, the little black arrow pointing down. This will also allow you to make other changes, such as changing your password and also logging out of the actual brokerage account as well. So if you click log out AMP, which is the red text at the bottom there, that's going to disconnect the brokerage link connection from your TradingView mobile application. But you'll still be logged into your TradingView account, but you just won't be connected to the order routing service, which is CQG, in order for you to route orders. So just understand that if you hit log out of AMP, that only logs you out of the actual brokerage connection, but it does not log you out of your TradingView account. So in fact, let me show you where to go if you want to log out of your TradingView account as well. It's the bottom right menu option at the bottom of the screen, bottom right where it says menu. And now you can see where it says sign out. That's where you can actually sign out of your TradingView account. So if you want to make sure that anytime you're not using your app or not trading at all, and you want to make sure for security purposes that you're fully logged out, you want to make sure you first log out of the brokerage account, as I just demonstrated a moment ago, and then click the bottom right menu option and click sign out at the bottom of the list. While we're here, if you click the menu option, you can do different things as well. For example, you can get into your settings, as you can see here. Not a whole lot of things as far as the settings with the menu option. Really, the main thing that I want to point out here is the dark theme option. By default, when you install the TradingView mobile application, it's a light theme. If you want to go and switch to a dark theme, you can select dark theme. And that's exactly what it does. It just changes the entire mobile application to a dark theme. Let's revert back to the default theme, since this is how it is when you install it for the first time. So now let's go back into the actual app itself. And the one thing that I want to touch on first is what we call the watch list. All right, let's go ahead and demonstrate how to use the watch list in the TradingView mobile app. So at the very bottom, you'll notice the very first icon to the left where it says chart. You'll see a star icon that says watch list, bottom left. We're going to click watch list. So essentially what the watch list is it's going to allow you to insert a variety of different markets that you might be trading or tracking, and you can basically instantly see data for that market, whether it's the last trade price, overall change for the day, things of that nature. The first thing I want to show you is first how to add, remove, and organize the symbols within your watch list. So let's say, for example, right now, if you look, third one down from the bottom, so from the bottom, third one down from, I guess from the bottom, you can see where it says ESZ 2023. That's an expired contract. So that's from last year. So I have no use for that contract. Let me go ahead and show you how to remove it. So what you do is you click on the top right corner. You'll see a button with 3 dots. Top right corner to the right of the plus sign. You click that, and we're going to go to Edit. And now you can see where it says ESZ 2023. I'm going to click it. You'll see a little checkbox there. And all I need to do now is click Delete on the top left corner. Hit yes to the confirmation, and now you can see the symbol has been removed. Now, if you want to be able to organize the position of the symbol itself, so right now I have an E-mini S&P 500 June contract of 2024 at the very bottom of the list. Let's say I want to move it to the very top of the list. You'll notice to the right there, there's 3 lines. So what I can do is I can take my finger and just drag it up while holding it down and then release it once I'm content with the positioning of the new symbol. And now you can see it's been changed. I hit done, and now you can see it's to the very top of the list. So now let's show you how to add a symbol. So right now we already have a mini S&P, or better yet, a mini S&P 500. We have a micro NASDAQ contract. We also have a micro S&P 500, which is towards the bottom there. Let's actually move the position of that as well. So we're going to click top right corner, go back to Edit, and now we're going to move this the MES M24 to the top there and hit done. Let's add one more. So there's 2 ways of adding a new symbol. You can simply hit Add Symbol at the bottom there where it says plus Add Symbol. Or I can just click the plus sign on the top right corner. Just basically brings up the same exact menu option. Now, one thing that I want to point out that's very important to understand is there's TradingView symbols and there's CQG symbols. As I mentioned earlier in this segment, CQG symbol is the order routing technology that's used to route orders to the exchange when you're using TradingView with A&P futures. So you have to make sure that you add TradingView symbols. You cannot trade the better yet, CQG symbols. You want to make sure you add CQG symbols, but not the TradingView symbol. Let me show you how to determine the differences between the two. It's very straightforward. So if I type in, for example, ES, you'll notice the very top symbol has a numerical 1 and an exclamation mark at the end of it. That's a TradingView symbol. So anytime you see an exclamation mark at the end of the symbol, that's a TradingView symbol. So the one that we want to add is the one that says ESM 2024. Now I already have the symbol added. You can see that because there's a check to the right of it. So let's go ahead and use a different example. Let's add something that's not added. Let's just go with the mini Russell, for example. So we'll do RTY. So there's the RTY. You can see there's an exclamation mark at the ones at the top there. That's a TradingView symbol. So we don't want to add that one. We want to add the one that says RTYM 2024, which is the third one from the top down. And we're going to hit the plus sign to the right to add it. And now you can see it's been added to the watch list. So if I hit close, now you can see it's been added by default. Anytime you add a new symbol, it'll be added at the very bottom of the list. Let's do one more example. Let's just do the micro Russell. So we'll do the plus sign. Let's do at the bottom there, plus add new symbol. And now we'll type in M2K. And again, there's symbols with an exclamation mark at the end of it. Those are TradingView symbols. You don't want to add that one. You want to add the one that says M2K M 2024, third one down from the top. Click the plus sign to the very far right, and now you can see the symbol's been added. All right, so that's how you add, remove, and organize the symbols within your watch list. Now, as far as that, once you have your symbols already in there, what I would recommend doing is any instruments that you're tracking or trading, that's the first thing you're probably going to want to do when you first log into the app. Organize your watch list. Make sure you delete the symbols that you have no use for, because by default, there'll be some symbols thrown in there that TradingView typically loads. Like sometimes you'll see symbols that you can't even trade with AMP futures, like spot forex. You'll see cryptos in there. You'll see stocks. So if you have no use for that information, just delete it and then just add the symbols that you want to add. And then once you have it added in there, it's pretty straightforward from there. You'll be able to click the actual symbol on the actual watch list itself, and then it brings this view. So it just basically gives you a condensed chart. You can see at the bottom there, you can change the time frame, whether it's a daily, 5-day, monthly. You can see total volume so far. We're in the after hours session, so there's not a whole lot of volume. You'll see the overall change for the day since the open, percentage of change, and also the last trade price as well. All right, and this is pretty much how you organize and use the watch list within the TradingView mobile app. Now that you're familiar with the watch list, let's go ahead and show you how to use the charting within TradingView mobile app. Now, as I mentioned in the watch list segment, you want to make sure that you add all the instruments that you're going to be trading in your watch list in order for you to plot them onto a chart. So I've already done that. Now I can go ahead and click the chart menu at the very bottom of the app. This will basically open up a chart. If you notice in the bottom left corner right above watch list, right now it says MES M 2024, and to the right of it, it shows as a 1-minute chart. I can actually scroll where it says MES M 2024, and this will show all the different instruments that are currently inserted in my watch list. This is why it's important to make sure that the symbol that you're trading is inserted into the watch list. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to plot it onto a chart. So let's go back to, let's say, the MES, which is the micro S&P 500, just by simply scrolling. And I'm going to stop once it's there. And you'll notice on the top left corner of the chart, you can see it says micro E-mini S&P 500. Now let's click where it says 1M. 1M is basically going to allow you to set your date range, how much history you want to see on the chart. So for example, if I set it to 1D, that just means 1 day. And now I can also go back in there as well and set the actual intervals as well. I can use second charts, minute charts, hourly, daily, range charts, and more. And if there's an interval that you don't see listed, let's say, for example, like a 4-minute chart, you can always click Add Interval at the bottom, and you can just type in the value and add it. And that will actually add it into the available selections of intervals that you can use on the chart itself. Now to the right, you'll see on the bottom right there, right above ideas, there's a little plus sign. So if you click that little plus sign, this is going to give you the ability to add different tools, such as drawing tools, indicators, alerts, templates, and more. So for example, if I click drawings, I can simply select the drawing tool that I want to add. Let's just say trend line, for example. Now you can see at the top there, it'll give you instructions on how to apply the drawing tool. So move cursor to a start point. So let's say I want to move it to a certain area that I want to start the drawing tool from. And then I'm going to tap to set the first point. That's exactly what it says at the top. Now it says move cursor to the next point. The cursor is a circle. So if I hold down the circle and I can drag it, now I can start drawing the drawing tool. I'm going to release it and I can tap to finish up. And now the drawing tool has been applied. If I want to remove the drawing tool or modify it, I can click on the drawing tool itself until I see the circles appear. And I can double click on the, or better yet, double tap with my finger on the circles. And this is going to bring me into the actual settings of the trend line. I can change the parameters of the trend line, I can change text, and more. Simply make your changes and click OK on the bottom right corner to make those changes. Otherwise, if you don't want to make any changes, you can click the X on the top right corner. If you want to remove the drawing tool, you'll see the little trash can icon at the top there. I can click it. Now the drawing tool is gone. Going back again with the little plus sign right above ideas, I'm going to click that plus sign again. Here's an example of me adding indicators. So I can scroll down, I can simply search for an indicator that I want to add, or if I know the name of it, I can just simply type it in, for example, MACD. All right, that's a strategy. So let's see here, moving average. So moving average, convergence, divergence. I'm going to click on it, and then once you click on it, it'll add that indicator right onto the chart immediately. All right, so now you can see the MACD has been added. Let's add one more. I'm going to click that plus sign again, and let's just do, let's say, Bollinger Bands this time. Okay, I'm going to search it. All right, and there's Bollinger Bands right there. And you can see there are Bollinger Bands added to the chart. I'm going to hit the X on the top right corner. Now you can see MACD and Bollinger Bands are both added. Now, if you want to make any modifications or delete the indicator off the chart, you'll notice on the top left corner of the indicator. So for example, the MACD is a subchart. It splits the chart in half. At the bottom there, you'll see where it says MACD 1226 close. I can click on that, and that's going to bring up a little menu option. So I can choose to close it by clicking or deleting the indicator off the chart by clicking the X, or click the 3 dots if I want to be able to get into the settings of the actual indicator itself. So now I can change the input values, for example here, the style, and the visibility. If I want to remove the indicator, I'm going to click the X instead. Let's do it one more time. There you go. Now the indicator has been removed. Now if you notice, the Bollinger Bands is more of an overlay indicator. It's not a subchart like the MACD was. So you'll notice there at the top, if you don't see the indicator listed, you'll normally see an arrow pointing down with a 1 there. 1 is representing that's one indicator on the chart. If I hit that little drop down, now you can see that it actually brings up what indicators added on the chart. So BB meaning Bollinger Bands. Now if I click that little title there, it brings up that same exact menu option that we were at just a moment ago. So I can get into the settings now by clicking the 3 dots and go into settings at the bottom there. And now I can make input changes, style, and visibility. Or I can remove the indicator by clicking the X. As far as the chart itself, pretty straightforward. If I want to be able to scroll back to see more historical data, I'm just simply going to take my thumb or my finger and scroll to the right. And I can see more history. Once you do this, if you notice on the bottom right corner of the chart, there's a little arrow pointing to the right. That's just letting you know that you're currently looking at historical data. And if you want to be able to look at real-time data, basically scroll on the chart to real-time data, you want to click that arrow and it takes you right back to real-time data. All right, notice that arrow goes away, so it always becomes active when you go back to scroll and look at more history. And then I can click it again, and it takes me right back to real-time data. If you want to be able to decrease or increase bar spacing on the chart, you want to take your finger and just on the bottom time scale of the chart, just drag to the right. That's going to decrease bar spacing, making those bars look a lot smaller, or drag to the left, and that's going to increase bar spacing, making those bars look a lot bigger. All right, and then if you want to reset the scale, just double tap with your finger on the time scale, and that's going to reset the scale. Same thing with the right side price axis. If you want to be able to compress up and down the price axis, you take your finger and just scroll down on the right side price axis, that compresses it, or scroll up to expand it. All right, again, double left click, or better yet, double click with your finger on the right side price axis to reset the scale. And last but not least, on the bottom right corner, you'll see a little icon right above the 3 dots. That basically gives you some different options as far as scaling on the chart, and also different options. For example, if you want to be able to have a bar countdown, right now it's enabled by default where it says countdown to bar close. You can get into the settings of the chart as well, where you can change the scaling, the lines, the colors of the charts, things of that nature. Again, to get into that menu option, bottom right corner, the little icon right above the box with 3 dots. And this is how you use the charting within the TradingView mobile app. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this last segment with the TradingView mobile app with AMP futures. We're going to show you how to play some simple trades off the chart, and also how to create a new order ticket as well. Before we get there, I also wanted to follow up on one thing that I forgot to mention in the charting segment, is how to access the different chart types and also chart settings. If you notice on the bottom right corner of the chart, right above the menu option, there's the button with 3 dots. So if I click that little button with 3 dots, this will allow me to click on chart type, where you can see here, and now I can select any different chart type that I want to apply onto the chart. So you can use, for example, a bar chart. Let's go back in there again. Again, you're going to click the button with the 3 dots on the bottom right corner right above the menu option, and that's going to get you into chart type, and you have a variety of different chart types that you can choose. All you need to do is simply choose the specific chart type that you're interested in using. Another thing as well, you also have the ability to get into your chart settings as well. And this will allow you to make any changes, for example, like background colors, grids, crosshair types, whether you want to increase the text on the chart, things of that nature. So again, to get into the chart type and chart settings option, it's the button on the bottom right corner with the 3 dots right above the menu option. You'll see chart type, and you'll see also chart settings as well. Now let's move on to how to execute trades on the chart. I'm actually going to change the chart type to candlesticks. So placing a trade on the chart is very simple. What you first want to do is you want to make sure that you activate a crosshair on the chart. And how you do that is you simply click, or better yet, press, or yeah, you want to click with your finger on the chart, but you want to hold it down, and then you'll see this little crosshair appear with a little plus sign. So now when you click that plus sign, this is going to allow you to place an order. So now if you want to be able to move the location of the crosshair, once the crosshair is activated, all you need to do now is just simply move the crosshair with your finger. So you can see now the different levels. So right now the market's currently trading at 52.72.5. So let's say if I wanted to place a buy limit at 52.71, we want to activate the crosshair and move the crosshair to the level of 52.71, as you can see it right now. And then we're going to click that little plus sign there. And that's going to allow us to place different order types. So you can see, for example, buy limit, sell stop, and sell stop limit. By default, TradingView automatically detects what price level that your crosshair is activated at, so it automatically knows what order types can go there. So if you're a trader, you should know that only certain orders can go on certain sides of the market. So for example, a buy limit can only go below the market price, a sell stop can only go below the market price, and the opposite with sell limits and buy stops. Sell limit can only go above the market price, and buy stop can only go above the market price. So here's an example. To get rid of the crosshair, just simply click anywhere on the chart and it goes away. But here's an example of me clicking. I'm going to activate the crosshair. I'm going to move now the crosshair above the last trade price. I'm going to click that plus sign, and now notice you can see now it's sell limit, buy stop, and buy stop limit. All right, so now I can choose the order type that I want to select. So say it's selling one contract at 52.72.5, and now you can see the order is working. So let me just cancel out the order. You can see the visible working order display at the top there. I'm going to click the little X to cancel out the order, and now the order is canceled. The order notifications at the bottom, always hit the X if you want to get rid of the notification. Now, if you want to change your order quantity or place market orders, you'll see right there at the top left corner of the chart, you'll see the bid and ask price. So the bid right now is 52.71.5. the offer price 52.7175, and right below it, or right between it, you'll see the spread, and you'll also see a numerical 1 underneath the spread. Where it says 0.25, you'll see a numerical 1. So if I click on that 1, this is where I can actually change the order quantity. I can type it in, I can use the negative and plus signs, whatever is easier. Or if you want to place market orders, the red button's a sell market, and the blue button's a buy market. So watch what happens if I hit the blue button. Now I just bought one contract. You see at the bottom there at 52.7175. So I'm currently long from 52.7175. If I want to click the little AMP logo to the right of the blue button at the top there, this will now get me into my account summary section as we discussed initially in the introduction of this particular video. You can see now net positions. You can see I'm long one contract from 52.71.75. I can actually click on this position display, and it brings up this little context menu, and I can actually close out the position, reverse it, or do a protect position, which we'll cover in a moment, which is basically a bracket order. So I can hit close position, and now the position is closed out. Hit the X on the top right corner to get back to the chart. All right, so that's how you place market orders. Top left corner, the red button's a sell market order. Here's an example. Now you can see I'm short one at a price of 52.71.5. Click the AMP logo. You can see now I'm short from 52.71.5. If I click the actual position display, this allows me to close the position out. Or you can actually close it out on the chart as well. If I open the position, you can see there's an X there to the right of the position display at 52.71.25. And if I click that X, this is also going to close out the position as well. So if I click the AMP logo, notice I have no more net position, so I'm flat. All right, so those are just simple market orders. Again, to change the order quantity in between the buy and sell market buttons, you'll see that numerical 1. I can change the order quantity from there. All right, now if you want to place a pending order directly on the chart, for example, limit order or stop order, again, as we discussed earlier, you got to activate the crosshair by holding down, click anywhere on the chart and just hold it down with your finger until the crosshair appears, and now you can move the crosshair to any price level. It's pretty obvious where the price level is at as far as the crosshair. You can see it there on the right side, the black price. Now you can see, let's say 52.70. I click that little plus sign, and now you can see I can either buy a contract at 52.70 on a limit, or sell one on a stop order, or sell on a stop limit. All right, and then you're just simply going to choose the order type that you want to specifically place, and now you can see there's an order working to sell one contract on a stop at 52.70. Now, if you want to be able to modify the order, what you're going to want to do is you want to then double tap the working order display, and what you're going to see is TPSL. That means take profit and stop loss. I'm going to show you in a moment how to apply a take profit and stop loss to that entry order. So once that entry order gets filled, it automatically places an OCO bracket order. But first, I want to show you how to modify the order. So if you want to modify the order, you have to activate the modification state. And how you know the modification state is active is when you see the TP and SL to the left. If you click anywhere on the chart, that gets rid of the modification state, and it's just back to the working order display. What I mean now, like, so for example, if I were to try to modify the order with my finger by moving it over to the working order display, nothing's happening right now. I'm trying right now, but nothing's happening. Instead, I have to double tap the order until I see the TP and SL. Now I can actually modify the order. I'm just dragging the order with my finger, and I'm releasing it once I'm content with the new order price that I want to amend to. And now you can see the order's been modified. All right, so again, I repeat. If you want to be able to modify the order with a drag and drop off the chart, you have to double tap with your finger on the order display and make sure you see the TPSL. And now it's in a modification state. Now I can take my finger on the working order display and drag it to the actual price that I want to modify to. All right, now the order's been modified. And while we're here, you can now apply a take profit and stop loss to this pending order that's not filled just yet because the market's trading at a higher price. So since we're going to go short at 52.70, we'd want a buy stop above the market price and or better yet, a stop loss above the market price and a take profit below. So what I can do is I can take the TP and I can drag down, and let's say I want to have the take profit at 52.69 even. And once you place the initial leg, the modification state goes away. So you have to reactivate the modification state by double tapping the order. Now you can see the SL, and now I can actually drag off the SL and apply the actual bracket order. All right, so let's just show you now. We have a sell stop to go short at 52.70. We have a buy stop ready to protect us at 52.70, and we have a buy limit order at 52.69. If I click the little AMP logo at the top, I go to my orders, working. You can see there's a sell stop at 52.70. There's my take profit at 52.69. There's my stop loss at 52.70.5. Now this order is not filled yet, so if I were to cancel the parent order, it's going to automatically cancel out the child orders, as you can see there. Click the AMP logo. Notice there's nothing working. All right, that's how you place trades directly off the chart. Now, if you want to be able just to create a more simplified approach to trading, what we call the order ticket. So again, you want to activate the crosshair on the chart by holding down any area on the chart with your finger until you see the crosshair. Click the plus sign, and now you can see where it says within the context menu, create new order. So this kind of brings up more of a traditional order ticket approach versus placing trades directly off the chart. So if you want to place a sell transaction, you want to make sure you click the sell button at the top. You can see the sell button at the bottom changes to red, or if you click the buy button, it changes the buy button at the bottom to blue. So pretty obvious as far as color code, what's what. Blue is buy, red is sell. And then it also will say sell, and it will say buy. All right. So that's the first step. You want to make sure you choose the action type. Are you selling or are you buying? So in this case, let's buy. Now the next step is choose the order type. You want to place a simple market order. You can select market. Units, also known as lots or contracts. So that's a one lot. If you want to be able to change the value up, you can just simply type in the value, or just use a little calculator there and just use the up and down arrows if you want. Whatever is easier for you. So let's do 1. Now we're done. All right. Now you do have the ability to attach a take profit and stop loss before you enter the position when you use the order ticket approach. So you can see there now I can set like an 8 tick profit target, 8 tick stop loss, or you can set specific price or dollar value or percentage. I like to keep it simple, so we can just do an 8 tick profit target, 8 tick stop loss. Now we're going to make sure that everything's correct. So we're going to buy one contract at the market price with an 8 tick profit target, 8 tick stop loss, hit buy market. I'm going to close out these notifications. Let's go to our AMP logo on the top of the chart to get into our account summary area. Let's look at our positions. So you can see now we're long one for 52.71.75. Remember, we had an 8 tick profit target and an 8 tick stop loss. So you can see the take profit there is 52.73.75, stop loss 52.69.75. So that's what we call an OCO bracket order. So if either one of those legs are filled, it's going to automatically cancel out the other remaining order. All right, so if I go to net positions, I can also click on the position display and I can close the position as well. And now you can see the position is closed out. All right, so one more example of using the simple order ticket approach. Want to activate the crosshair. To activate it, you want to hold down with your finger anywhere on the chart. Then you'll see the crosshair appear. Click the little plus sign. Whoops. All right, then you want to click create new order within the context menu. You want to choose a specific action type, whether it's a sell or a buy. Set your contracts, how many contracts you want to buy or sell. And then your order type, market, limit, stop, or stop limit. So let's just say, for example, limit. So I'm going to go and just adjust this down, let's say to 52.69.75 is fine. We'll do one lot. And this time we're not going to activate a take profit stop loss. Now you can see at the bottom there, buy one micro S&P 500 at 52.69.75 on a limit order. All right, now you can see the order is working on the chart. Let's click our AMP logo on the top of the chart to get into the account summary. Let's click the orders tab just to make sure that it's correct. And there you can see buy one limit order at 52.69.75. Now here you can also click the order display as well, and you can also modify the order, which basically takes you right back to the order ticket. So if I want to change the price, let's say 52.70 even, and then modify the order, or we can click on it again and just cancel out the order. And this is pretty much how you execute trades directly off the chart, also using the simple order ticket approach. And this is really an introduction to using the TradingView mobile app. Again, we're very excited to roll this out. This is now available with AMP Futures. Hopefully this video will get you started and get you acquainted with the software very quickly. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact our 24-hour live support team. You can reach us by phone, or you can come on to our chat support, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. Thank you very much for tuning in. Happy trading.